Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. For the better part of this afternoon, Kenyans were treated to a series of very interesting tweets from Museveni's son, Muhoozi, who also happens to be the commander of the land forces of the Uganda's People's Defense Force. In fact, Muhoozi started the tweets by tweeting this: "Just spoke to my big brother, Afande Uhuru, an incredible man. I love him for his courage, honesty, and intelligence. He will visit Uganda soon." And then later he tweeted again, "My only problem with my beloved big brother is that he didn't stand for a third term. We would have won easily." And then hours later, haha, "I love my Kenyan relatives. Constitution, rule of law, you must be joking. For us, there is only the revolution, and you will soon learn about it." And then later again, "It would take us, my army and me, 2 weeks to capture Nairobi." And then later again, "I'm happy that members of our district in Kenya have responded enthusiastically to my tweet. It's still 2 weeks to Nairobi." That's Muhoozi Kainerugaba, Museveni's son. And I was waiting maybe for a clarification that maybe this account had been hacked, but still no information suggesting that the account was hacked. And immediately posted this, Kipchumba Murkomen quickly responded. Murkomen had this to say, Kipchumba Murkomen: "His Excellency Kaguta Museveni, is your soldier okay?" And then he attaches that tweet by Muhoozi Kainerugaba saying, "It won't take us, my army and me, 2 weeks to capture Nairobi." It has been a very interesting afternoon, and Kenyans have been making funs and jokes of these tweets. So in this video, I want us to understand exactly what is going on behind the scenes. And in this video, I want to compare Kenya's military strength and Uganda's military strength. Yes. And assuming that maybe there is conflict or war between Kenya and Uganda, who can easily win that war? That's what I want us to find out in this video right now. Before we do that, if you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. If you look at Global Firepower 2022, a website that ranks countries in terms of military strength, in East Africa, they rank Ethiopia as the strongest, followed by DRC, Kenya third, Zambia fourth, and Uganda fifth. So in terms of military strength, Kenya is stronger than Uganda. And then if you look at it in terms of personnel, Kenya has 24,100 personnel, Uganda has 47,000 personnel, Kenya has 0 reserve personnel, Uganda has 10,000 reserved personnel. So there Uganda wins. And then if you look at it in terms of artillery, in terms of tanks, Kenya has 109 tanks, Uganda has 237 tanks, Uganda wins there. In terms of armored vehicles, Kenya has 959 armored vehicles, Uganda 1056 armored vehicles, Uganda wins there. So in the event of a ground combat, then Uganda clearly wins there, in that they have more armored vehicles and they have more personnel. Then in terms of aircrafts, Kenya has 151 aircrafts with 87 helicopters, 2 fighter jets or attacking jets. Uganda has 49 aircrafts, 5 fighter jets or attacking jets. So on that basis alone, Kenya dwarfs Uganda almost 4 times. So Kenya will just win that war in terms of airstrikes. And also assuming now Kenya and Uganda goes to war, the success of the war also depends on the strength of the country's economy. Kenya is the biggest, or rather the strongest economy in East Africa. Kenya's economy is far much stronger than that of Uganda. So Kenya can sustain war longer than Uganda. In the event Kenya and Uganda goes to war and the war is prolonged, then most definitely Uganda will crumble. Uganda will collapse. So ultimately, Kenya will emerge as the winner of the war in that it has a stronger economy compared to Uganda. And now the question might beg, why is Uganda threatening Kenya? Because I've really waited for maybe Museveni's son to say that his account was hacked. But so far it's over 4 hours, or in fact it's over 5 hours, but I've not seen anything like that suggesting himself, or rather himself suggesting that his account has been hacked. And also Kipchumba Murkomen also tagged Yoweri Museveni in his tweet. So far Yoweri Museveni has not responded, an indication that the tweets by Muhoozi, Yoweri's son, might be genuine. Uganda is clearly threatening Kenya. Why is Uganda threatening Kenya? This is not the first time Uganda is threatening Kenya. In 1976, Idi Amin also threatened Kenya in that he was claiming to, or rather he wanted to annex some parts of the nation. And even though the late president, or rather then president, Jomo Kenyatta, spoke very firmly and harshly in public, from some confidential informations, top Kenyan government officials were seriously threatened and afraid of going to war with Uganda in 1976, in that Uganda had sophisticated artillery, tanks and fighter jets. So Kenya in 1976 was actually afraid of going to war with Uganda. And Kenya actually reached out to America for financial assistance to upgrade their tanks, or here, to upgrade their tanks. That was in 1976. In 2022, it's almost very certain that Uganda is once more threatening Kenya, and they are doing that because they have seen Kenya's soft underbelly. They know the country is currently divided along ethnic lines, and some Kenyans might not actually be ready and willing to fight and die, rather to put their lives on the line fighting for Kenya. I strongly believe that's the soft spot that Uganda's realized. Uganda knows Kenya is fighting itself. So Kenya is indeed vulnerable. It does not matter how strong you are. The moment there is division in a family, even if the family was very strong, you can actually be beaten or be defeated by a very weak opponent in that the country, or rather in that the family is divided. William Ruto, the president now, should make sure he brings the country together so that in the event of any external aggression or threats, Kenyans can speak with one voice. Kenya can speak as Kenya with one voice. William Ruto should actually take it upon himself to make sure the country speaks in one voice. William Ruto should stop this politics of trying to just stamp and to show that he's now the president. That will not help the country. Let him be humble, bring the country together, so that in the event of anything, Kenya can remain and speak in one voice. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. In case you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like, and to any other person who wants to have a chat discussion or even to support this channel, you want to have a chat discussion with me or even to support this channel, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number or feel free to channel any kind of support, contribution to the number. And to those watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. And if possible, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. God bless you, God bless Kenya.